How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you today about something that I totally missed in my last video. So it's something that I hit on, but I did not stress or maybe even really understand or remember the significance of part of what I talked about. So in my last video, I talked about a stock and I talked about how they mine Bitcoin and the amount of Bitcoin that they've been mining. However, I mentioned the fact that they were increasing their mining capacity, but I did not realize how much they were increasing their capacity. So the Bitcoin mining space is a little bit foreign to me in terms of, what different units represent. So I want to go through and tell you how significant my mess up was and how it makes me even more bullish on the stock. So I appreciate you guys watching this. Again, this is going to be on CLSK stock, a stock that I talked about earlier. I'll put the other video up on the end screen. It's a company that I really like. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. If you guys don't know, there is a link down there to WeBull where you can sign up, get 4 free stocks if you deposit $100. Definitely check that out if you haven't done that already. They're running it for a couple more weeks. And there's a link down there if you want to check out our Patreon. I told everyone that I was buying CLSK stock. I told them why. And so far, we're actually up about 5% or so since we bought it, I believe, maybe somewhere around there just from earlier today. And we're up from $18 a share because we started buying in then. So if you bought in early, you'd be up a nice amount right now. And I tell them exactly what I'm buying and selling. We're over 2,000 members, so definitely check that out. So I know some people will think that I did this on purpose, but believe me, I did not do this. Someone reached out to me from my Patreon and brought up the fact that the CLSK is increasing mining capacity on Bitcoin a lot. So I didn't realize this, but I did this video just 5 hours ago. And since then, the person reached out to me. They sent this article. So they are, right now, this was from December 10, when they're talking about their acquiring of this other company. They have 3,471 Bitcoin mining units, ACICs, on site, which approximately is about 190 BHSs. I don't understand what that stands for. I'm an investor, not a Bitcoin mining expert, so I apologize for that. But this is the amount that they have now. Now they think that they can reduce the cost of energy. So if you don't know why they can do that, you can check out some of my earlier videos. They are a grid company. They're in the electric space, so they're hoping that they can actually decrease the cost of this. Now, the thing that's interesting is that I hit on the fact that they are planning on adding a lot more of these units. Now, I saw, or I thought I remembered they had about 3,500 right now, but I didn't realize how significant the extra 1,000 Bitcoin mining units are. So right now they're planning on adding 1,000 more, which I guess in my mind, I think of 3,500 versus 1,000, and I think, okay, that's going to add, 30% capacity or something like that. However, it says here that they're going to increase the capacity, the company's mining capacity, by more than 100 BHSs to approximately 300. So in my mind, if they're able to increase production of Bitcoin, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, if they're able to increase production by 50%, so they went from 200, they're going to raise it up to 300. If they're able to increase production by 50%, that's going to add so much value. So like I said in my last video, they just came out with this announcement, and this is still today. I'm filming this real late at night, but it's still January 5. They mined 31 Bitcoin from mining activities. They're expecting the next shipment of these units in January, and actually they say here that they're expecting even more, 1,500 more ASIC miners. This is so significant. So let's just say they're able to increase production by 1.5x, or they're able to go 1.5x from where they are now. So we talked about this in my last video, but if they're able to increase from 1.5 Bitcoin a day and they're able to increase 50% and they go up to 2.25 Bitcoin a day, let's say that Bitcoin's around 40,000 or something like that, that's going to be 821 Bitcoin throughout the year times 34,000. That's over 32 million or right around there. if Bitcoin goes up even more, which I kind of made the bullish scenario because there have been a lot of things that have been happening with Bitcoin recently, including JP Morgan Chase upping their analyst estimate on Bitcoin up to 146,000. And I realize that sounds very high, but take a look at the 1 month chart for Bitcoin. It went from 19,000 all-time highs, and now it's up 76% in a month. I'm not saying that won't fall down, but take a look just on the last day. We're at all-time highs, and it's up 4.5% over the last couple days. If you just look here from Tuesday, it's up 15%. So actually, part of the day on Tuesday to now Wednesday morning, my time, we're up 15%. So I don't think that any number is necessarily too high for Bitcoin, especially because we got some news, U.S. Treasury to allow blockchain stablecoins for bank payments. This is huge. I mean, I talk about stablecoin in some of my videos because I actually use BlockFi. There's a link down in the description. They pay you up to 8.6% on some of your cryptocurrencies like stablecoins, and those are just tied to the US dollar. They're able to pay this high amount because they are lending this out to other institutions that want to use it. There's a huge market for stablecoin, and you can see here there's only going to be less and less out there for how much demand there will be, because I think banks will start using stablecoins for some payments. Now, this is speculation, but let's say that maybe Bitcoin doesn't go up to 146,000, but let's say it goes up a little. If it goes up to 50,000 and they're able to mine 821 Bitcoin throughout the year, that is about 41 million in revenue. Now, they were just last year, they were at 10 million in revenue. They were expecting 20 million for 2021. They recently upped this to about 30 million. The grid part of their business is going to double. They're also adding this other $10 million. So that's where they're getting the 30 million. The 10 million is turning into 20, and then they're adding the 10 from the Bitcoin mining. But if they're able to increase Bitcoin mining and they're able to bring in 30 to 40 million in Bitcoin mining, that is going to explode their business. That's going to double expectations or even better. And this is something that I didn't do a good job of covering in my last video. I didn't understand how much this could affect their Bitcoin mining. So I wanted to hit on this. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Again, pretty late at night, but I want to cover this because I just had it wrong. I bought this stock earlier today. I bought a good amount of it, but this is making me even more bullish. We're up 8%. If you're wondering whether it's too late to buy, I don't think so. Of course, this is not financial advice, but we're sitting around 700 million market cap. What do you think this is going to do if Bitcoin goes up? What do you think this is going to do if they beat expectations by 100%? Whatever their guidance is this year, by 100%? I think the stock is going to continue moving up, even though it's moved up 10x on the year. Even more than that, probably at this point. So definitely take a look at this one. It's one that you should definitely watch. I mean, it went from a $1 stock to a $29 stock, but with how quickly they're growing, with the industries they're in, I think it's definitely worth watching. If you guys want to see that other video that I did on CLSK just a few hours earlier, you can definitely check out this here. And if you want to join the Patreon, you can check out down below. Thank you for checking out those other links too if you want some free money. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.